All right, welcome to the Manga Report, episode 7. So, recapping our 5 titles that we discussed for this week. Those titles were the Supreme System, Home Sweet Home, Celestial Anthenium, Ultimator, and Hero. I quit a long time ago. So, as we get started here, we're going to bring up our chat boxes. And at the same time, so we had to do an update for Wii Comics, so apologize, wanted to make sure I got that out of the way. I guess we'll just start with Wii Comics. I believe that's where we were reading the Supreme System was at. If it will allow me to enlarge it. Wait, Cultivation Channel. We'll get into that series later. I'll probably talk about that one some other time. So, let's get all of our titles up here. So, our 5 titles for the week again of April 27th. Yes, right. April 27th, 2020 were again as follows. Which was Hero. I quit a long time ago. The Celestial Anthenium, Ultimator, Home Sweet Home or Sweet Home, and I didn't check in today actually, my bad. This is a part of the update that happened with this the app, so we just gotta do what we can to continue to get our titles collected. There's our shells, yay. All right, so let's go to my library, go here into my favorites, and then we're gonna go to the Supreme System. Where is it? Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have had this up and running ready for you guys. Was it from here? This might even be. You know what? Don't get me started. I might be on the wrong one. This might have been Celestial Anthenium. Because I don't even see the Supreme System here. Yep, it was a Celestial Anthenium. My bad. So Wii Comics was from Celestial Anthenium. So let's get into that. Oh, come on. Don't mess up on us here. Loading. All right, while that's loading, let's get to the other title. We might have to come back for that one. All right, so we switched up real quick. So we went to Sweet Home instead. So in Sweet Home, again, situation is here's a summary. After an unexpected family tragedy, a reclusive high school student is forced to leave his home only to face something much scarier, a reality where monsters are trying to wipe out humanity. Now he must fight alongside a handful of reluctant heroes to try and save the world before it's too late. Again, this series is updated every Monday. This is done by, again, Young Chun Wong and Carnaby Kim. It's a thriller / horror drama title. Again, the things that this guy deals with really are some heavy subject matter. It's a pretty dark storyline, but it's really well written, really well written. And I really enjoyed this title. It's a little bit more somber of a title compared to some of the other things we recommended, but it's a good read. kind of give a little bit of highlights, taking a look at it. So here's our prologue. Again, just dealing with a kid who was a bit of a recluse. They kind of delve into how he became this way. So he's online, in oh my god, I can't even think of the word. Chat rooms and other things, and just this is how he communicates. This is how he interacts with the world. He now sits behind his computer, all because of a situation that happened in school. You see on his wrist there were some signs of attempted suicide. He's really so here he is. His mom sends him a text message because their family's about to go on vacation. So his mother, father, and his little sister. But he decides he's not gonna go. Okay. And bam, because he didn't go, his family ends up dying in a car crash. Then he moves out, and he ends up moving into this dormitory. Kind of see right here. Do you notice how so you see how this truck is driving, and then they zoom in on the driver, and his nose is starting to bleed, right? And then it ends up careening off and crashing into his family. So this guy was actually in the middle of turning when this happened. So our main character loses his family that way, and then it starts to happen more rapidly around the world. More and more people are monsterizing. They are affected. It's almost like a cancerous or a tumor of some sort, and it speaks to them, and it tries to find out what their desire is, and then when it gets what it needs, enough to feed on from them, it takes over their body and mutates them into a monster. Our main character is turning, but he's managing to help people even in his time of transition. So that's kind of what the story is about. There's a few other things that are going on with it. Another group of people show up. It's typical apocalyptic survival situation, just with a little bit of a twist of people turning into monsters instead of like I said, like zombies in the announcer trailer, or vampires. Like I said, there was one of the vampire story that I had where people was a vampire apocalypse, and then there's one with the zombie apocalypse. Well, here we have a monster apocalypse where people are turning into monsters. Then let's go back here. Sorry, see if it's up real quick. Man, I don't know what's going on here. I just updated. I might have to just reopen it, so we'll close it for now. Then our next title. This is the Supreme System. My bad. It's right here on the front page too. So, in the Supreme System, I kind of went over it. I'm gonna go over ahead and read the narrative here again. Give me a second. Get some water. From my cold vein water bottle. Yo, what's going on, Don Lee? Don Lee. Oh, sorry. So I just went over the first title of Sweet Home. This is now we're doing the Supreme System. So let me go ahead and read the summary real quick. With a mysterious energy from a new system called CNN BBC, a common Earth boy got a time travel. That's so bad. So got a time travel and was reborn in an alien land, where he started his journey to grab the treasure, practice the most powerful martial arts, and get to the peak of his life. So like very common thing that happens in martial arts manga that I read, or they're training or cultivating to become immortals, to ascend to the godhood state, or whatever they call it. And so most typical storylines are main characters, as they're training and they're taking in the nutrients and the pills and things to extend their life. Our main character has a very unique twist. The way they did this was pretty funny. It was messed up, but it's funny at the same time. So whereas most people, when they take a life extending pill, it'll give them, like I said, the announcement trailer, like 10 lives, like 10 extra years on their life, right? For him, no matter what the pill is supposed to do, it only gives him 1 day of life added, right? So situation is, the body he's in is that of a very gifted student. However, the energy was stolen from him by, I believe, it was his uncle, and given the uncle gave it to his son, but he still had a little bit of it in him. So when his body was taken over by the reincarnated person, they can still tap into it a little bit. But the problem is, like I said, he has a very unique situation. Whereas when he first takes over the body, he has 3 days left to live. So he has to. We'll go ahead. Let's get to the first episode real quick. Just kind of look at it real quick. So yeah, he has like 3 days left to live, and so he's got to cultivate so he can live longer, and then he also has to take pills to extend his life. So the pills only, again, like no matter what the pill is supposed to do, it only gives him 1 extra day of life. But actually cultivating his martial arts will actually extend his life longer, so he doesn't have to worry about the time limits. The problem is that the system he has to be upgraded. So the points he gets for completing tasks and all that, that he could be using to upgrade himself, he can't do it because he has to upgrade the system so that it will lead him to greater treasures in the future. Problem is though that the system's like the base system it is at has this situation where it's always it has like a gossip section. It's like a news system. Like it's really, so what it is it reads out what's gonna happen, or reads the news of what's happened. Like someone, like I think first up he finds like a person, a cultivator has passed, right? No one's discovered the body yet, so he has to go find the body. Here's some of the stats here. It's he has to find the body and get everything off of it before anyone else finds it, because if he dilly does it all, he's basically gonna end up losing his life, because again, when he first gets reincarnated in this body, he has 3 days left to live. It's pretty messed up, but it's hilarious. Then the next title, actually, hold on, let's take a look here. Most receiving gift package costs 1 point of health. So he has to give up a point of health to get a gift package, and he only has 3 points of health. So his 3 days becomes 2 days if he ends up using that package right off the bat. But Supreme System, it's a pretty funny twist on the whole reincarnation or the isekai stories in the supernatural martial arts stories. I find it's pretty cheeky, but it's a good read. I enjoyed it. So next on this list, we're gonna go to, let's get rid of these two since we already talked about them. We're gonna, hold on, let me bring up Wii Comics real fast. Because it wasn't, for some reason it was not working for me earlier, so I apologize on that one. So we're gonna try to bring up Celestial Anthenium again, but while that's get that loaded. There we go. Please work this time. Well, I guess I shouldn't have updated it. I might have just read that one off my phone, so I apologize for that, guys. Or folks, let me get here. All right, so the next title we're dealing with is Ultimator. If you are oh, you know what, this isn't logged in. You know what, maybe I should start doing that. Create the list and the post them, because I make what I do is on the Monday I post a video of the titles that I'm reviewing, and then the following, on this Friday, I talk about those titles. So maybe I should bring up the video in the beginning just to kind of remind people, or then maybe put like a link or something like that. So thank you for that information, that tidbit. Oh, you know what? I could even maybe do it for my Discord or something like that, or maybe my Twitter, or maybe some. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that information, that feedback. Give me a second to get this up real quick, so I can go to the title. I'm already logged in, but I kind of messed up on this one, so I'll be right back with you. All right. You sign in. Yeah. So yeah, I just said that's actually a good idea. I said thank you, because I didn't even think about that. I should have like the list, like just like post it somewhere, or a link to like it, or so I can post it to people. Come on, it won't even type right now. There we go. So, but what I'll do real quick though, because I don't have it, is I'll just read them to you again, the titles. So the titles that I'm reviewing are Hero, I Quit a Long Time Ago, The Supreme System, Sweet Home, The Celestial Anthenium, and Ultimator. So the one that I'm having problems with is the Celestial Anthenium. It just the app just won't open for me. So I might just bring it up on my phone and read the information from there. And so I wish I could do a highlight for you better, but it looks like I might not be able to. All right, here we go. Okay, so I will try this one more time. So the comments are there, but for some reason the chapter the information of the story just won't load. So yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna have to outsource this one. I apologize for that. All right, so let's get back here, and we go. We're ready. Yeah, thank you. I probably will. Like I said, I'll probably put like a link that'll like people can just like I'll edit the link every day, but before each video, so if people want to know, just type in like command like exclamation point list or something like that, and it'll just bring up the titles, or even maybe just say title or something like that. Okay, so this is the next title. Oops, sorry, my bad. It is Ultimator. Like I said, kind of think like Boku no Yusha. My Hero Academia. Situation is this is the summary on this one. The world isn't fair, is it? It's very simple. But here's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with Savior Gu. He is a young kid who's currently on the streets, pickpocketing people. He has a superpower, but he can't use it at the moment. And it's typically, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's due to a mental block. He ends up getting found by Star, who wants to train him to become the new Ultimator. That's a title that's kind of passed down like 007, so it's the 007 as it's a moniker, or it's a title. It's passed down from hero to hero. And as the story progresses, you find out a lot about Savior's past that kind of explains why he is the way he is. And so with this title, it's a lot of action. It's a bit of a drama, but I like it. It's a really good read. So to kind of give me a little glance at the basis of the story, right? And how the title Ultimator came to be, about the world's savior and who would be that person. And again, here's our main character, Savior Gu. Like I said, he's a pickpocket, and he gets recruited to go to this school to become a better version of himself. As you see here, did you see this, right? So my man's right. Do you notice? I didn't notice it the first time I watched it. was a brush off Russia. It's the first time I read it. He said, "What's up with that lady? Is she even a lady? You see this mask of a star around his head?" I didn't notice that the first time I read it. I didn't notice until they recap when he shows up. Right, so he pickpockets him and then he smiles. Right, he opens up the wallet and he's like, "Oh, well, what's this?" And it's a letter with his name signing it, saying that the rights to your whole body will belong to us, and if you die, we will take no responsibility. So he basically kind of gets pressured into going and joining this school. It's pretty funny, but then at the same time, it gets really heavy on the drama. But our main character starts to develop his abilities and starts to remember how to use them. But then there's another twist that comes, and that twist that comes, I don't want to spoil. So I would say, if you can read this, get the 2Mix app. It's a free app you can download, or you can just go right to their website. You can create an account, log in. As you can see, there's a period of time where certain titles you can read for free up to a certain point. But if you get the VIP pass, then you can read titles that haven't been updated just yet. But if you don't, you can always just wait till they come out. That's also an option. But that is that's it for that. Like I said, Ultimator is a pretty cool story. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get into Celestial Anthenium. I really wish I could show you the app for Recomics, but for some reason it just won't work on this emulator I'm using. So I'm just gonna kind of go into it a little bit. So in Celestial Anthenium, this is an isekai story. So our main character, I'll just bring up the picture, even though you can't see the image. I'll just bring up the basis of the app so you can at least look at that. It's an isekai story. Our main character is a teacher from our world who has a knack for dealing with troubled children and bringing out the best of them as students. So he gets transported to this other world, and he becomes the dean of a what's the best way to say it? He becomes the dean of a library. I think I'm mistaken, the word is sometimes translated as like the Celestial Library or the Divine Library or something like that. But he becomes the dean of this school, and it's host to millions and millions of like volumes of martial artist skills and techniques and abilities. Main character can basically obtain all the abilities in this library, right? The problem is, though, that he has to gain points with the system, and the only way to do that is to recruit students. He eventually does end up getting 3 students. He ends up getting this young lady who he teaches this technique of like basically super strength. Then he ends up getting another lady who has a ongoing rivalry. Actually, I think she's the girl that's featured right here in the cover art. That has this ongoing rivalry with this other girl who actually ends up creating a situation that gets his third disciple's family killed. But that third disciple is the one that has the most potential to become a great martial artist in the future. And when he gets him, it actually gives him access to a lot more books because of how many points the system gave him for it. After that, you mean I just need to talk lower? Okay. All right. So after he gets that, he then had to deal with a couple people trying to basically get their hands on it. He ends up using an ability that triggers 5 clans that are trying to get their hands on this library, and those 5 clans he ends up killing one subordinate of one of them, and they're all trying to get their hands basically on his library and all the techniques in there. So I've only gotten, let's see, I'm up to chapter 39. There are currently 54 chapters, so I still got a little bit of reading to catch back up on that. But those are the first 4 titles. So again, that's Ultimator, Celestial Anthenium, Sweet Home, and Supreme System. The last title for the week of April 27th, 2020 is actually no, I'm not gonna close this. I'm just gonna minimize it. Forget it. Boom. All right, is Hero. I quit a long time ago. So this is actually a Chinese title, so it's a manhwa, and this is the story of Lin Jie, who is the world's greatest hero, but he was the world's when he was the period of time when he became the world's greatest hero, he was suffering from Chunibo disease. If you know what Chunibo disease is or what a chunin is, it's someone who has the delusions of grandeur, where they think of themselves extremely highly, and that they are basically the greatest thing in the world. There's a secret societies and stuff out there that are trying to take them out, things like that. They believe in these things. The thing is, though, is as he got older, he was like, what am I doing? Like, I can't. He's like, what am I? What's wrong with me? So he stops his job as Zero. The name of the hero is Zero. The funny thing that I brought up about this title is that that I was going to bring up in the video, but I decided I'm going to save it for the review. Is that in the series, he's always wearing a T-shirt. On the T-shirt, it says Zero. So as you read through the story, right, his shirt changes every once in a while, but even the font style changes, but it always says Zero on his T-shirts. And I'm like, this is the funniest joke. I think that's just kind of subtle, is the fact that he is Zero. He's wearing a shirt that says Zero, but nobody knows he's Zero except him and like maybe a few other people who've like kind of just accidentally figure it out, right? It's a so he's like so there's so the theme is martial arts and supernatural. There is a there's a clone that was made from his DNA that is a supervillain. There is a here's another funny thing is his little sister. His little sister is a die-hard fangirl for Zero, but because he's a NEET, he doesn't have a job, he doesn't work, he just stays at home reading comics, playing video games. She despises her brother in a sense of that fact. She's like, why? Like, what is he doing? Like, can you do something with yourself? She's like, why can't you be great like Zero? Like, why can't you be someone cool or act, great and do something for society like Zero? It's like, well, I am Zero. Oh, here's another one. So they're creating an exhibit in a museum for him, and everything they do is just to him is just super cringeworthy because he's like, oh my god, what is wrong with these people? It's like why are they so super excited about that guy? It's like it's basically all it was him wearing a cloak. It was just him wearing a cloak and then emitting like this strong aura that basically would just scare people. Let's see what do we got here. Here we go. Zero scans. That's my scan, Legion. Let's see if we can take a quick look at it. Actually, this Manga Dex is actually a pretty cool app here, or webpage. I've been reading it somewhere else, but this actually works out pretty cool. Let me see if I can adjust it a little bit. So the author is that Xing Xiao Shuo, right? It's my best. I'm sorry. Let's go to the next page. Next page. That's next. Chapter 2. There it is. Next page. So yeah, here we are. Got these epic monster battles. The artwork style. And then there's that boy Zero. Whew. The scariest creature entity on the face of the earth. Uh, yes, Kunitoshi Joki. That's the that's the that's the name. Actually, so I was reading that manga, and uh when he caught that girl in midair and then walked like 5 feet away from her and then threw her at her teammate, I was like, I need that guy's name, because I was like, he literally is. And then when he juggled that one guy, I was like, he's out here literally juggling people. I was like, I play Tekken competitively. He's juggling people. That's my new competitive gaming name. I just had to. I was like, I had to. It was too good. Um. So yeah, those are our 5 titles for the week of April 27th, 2020. Were there any questions that you had? And again, Don Lee, thank you for that suggestion about listing the titles that I'm talking about on the show. I may even just do like a Word document, or like some kind of like picked image that I could have on the screen at the same time, so that way we can kind of do like a checklist as we go through them. Was there anything that I talked about that you were already reading or were aware of or weren't aware of? And if so, did my review of them make you interested in the titles at all? I might even just do like on a PowerPoint or something like that. That might work. But again, yeah, thank you for that suggestion. I wasn't even thinking about that. So this is a fairly new series that I just came up with. The first episode I think was back in March, like 23rd or something like that. Hold on, let me bring out the calendar. Ultimately sounds good. Yeah. It's a really good story. I can do a quick draft of the ones I just did. So let me bring this down. All right, so these are the titles that I did. I'll just type them out real quick. Typo. So title I did was one title I did was Sweet Home. Sometimes it's translated as Home Sweet Home. So like I said, that's the one. That story is about a monster apocalypse, basically. So what happens in that is this kid is a recluse, and his parents and his little sister go on a vacation trip, but they never make it there because they die in a car accident. The driver of the car that killed them was turning into a monster, and he lost control of the vehicle, and he killed them in a head-on collision. So then he moves out into this apartment complex. And as he moves into this apartment complex, it's during the dawn of the apocalypse, of people transforming into monsters. The thing that's turning them into a monster is like this tumor or a cancer in their brain that's basically feeding on negative emotions and all that, and it basically turns them into a monster version of themselves. Like what do they see themselves as, or what do they wish they could do, type of thing. So it kind of twist their dreams and hopes, and then it turns them into a monster version of that. So there was this one guy who was like a Olympic sprinter, right? So it turned him into a monster that was super fast. Okay. There was another guy who was focused on fitness and strength and being buff, and so it turned him into a giant, like, super buff person who was a monster, so he's really strong, and he's always talking about protein. So he's just basically going around eating humans, talking about protein. There's some other mutations, that you'll see as if you read the story. But our main character is also turning into a monster. But however, he's managed to fight off the transformation. They discovered there's a time frame for gestation, and he's actually gone beyond that time frame. But he is slowly slipping. The monster is converting him slowly. Thing is, it's just turning him into himself. Which is that's a whole other thing. So if you read it, you'll see that. Like I said, with the Celestial Athenium, I wish I could have showed you a little bit more of the artwork. But that one is, like I said, it's about a guy who reincarnates in another world as a teacher. But he's also a teacher in the original world, and again, he dealt with problem students. And so it's a martial arts tale that deals with, lots of betrayal and all that. The action is really good. Main character is low key, is becoming not even low key. It's pretty high profile with it, but he's becoming the one that's going to end up becoming the strongest person in that world. If he's not stopped by the other entities that are trying to become the strongest entity in the world. Then in the Supreme System, same situation, except for it's it's the situation that the main character gets reincarnated, and when he first gets reincarnated, he has, like I said, he has 3 days to live. But as he can take in cultivation pills, or he can cultivate his martial arts, and he can extend his life that way. But the thing is, he has to find situations and things that he can use or do to get stronger. But he has this little system called the CNN BBC that, as it reveals to him news articles, he has to pick and choose out of those articles. Sometimes they'll just say some gossip, like someone dropped somebody is talking to talks to this person, or it even has gossip like someone might be cheating on someone. Like it's useless information. So he has to kind of like weed through the useless information before he can upgrade it to give him better information. But the thing is, all the points he gets from doing the missions and all that, he has to burn them to upgrade it, or burn them to save himself. So it's either way it goes, but he has to do something in one way he'll end up losing something one way by fixing another problem at the other end. So that's it. That one's kind of funny. Like I said, the one we just went over was the hero I quit a long time ago. Oh, you're reading Tales of God and Demon? Cool. That's actually one I was gonna do later on, but that's a good read. I gotta find I'm probably gonna end up having to read the light novel though, because the application where I was reading that is now uploading more chapters, so I'm kind of behind on that one. So yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with 5 more titles for this coming Monday, and I'll be putting on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I post the recommendations on Mondays at 9 p.m. on YouTube, and then on Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I do a live stream talking about those 5 titles. So like I said, but like I said, thank you again for that checklist idea though. I am gonna do that for the next one. So now it's just a matter of me finding out those titles. But the thing is though, this showing I only do for 30 minutes typically. So currently I'm at 41. So I'm probably gonna end up stopping it and probably like play some video games or something like that, and maybe I'll stream some of that. Like I've been playing Cold Vein, so I might do that. But before I close out, was there anything else you wanted to drop on us, or anything else you want to say? I gotta fix Streamlabs because I don't have it. I don't ban links because I ask people things like this, and they do things like this for me to help me out. And so thank you for the link. And that's actually why I had to unmod Streamlabs, and even so, it still does this. It's like it says please refrain from posting links, but then it's like, hey, I'm not properly functioning. I'm not stopping them from posting links. Oh, what's up, Vla? You just missed out, man. I'm just about to end. But it's gonna be on YouTube, so if you want to go back and check it later. Yeah, man. 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know you said to post a link when I go live on your Discord. So that's my fault. I had a few minutes. I could have put a notification out. I'm really bad at social networking. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm really bad at it. But this viewer Don Leo, he gave me a really good idea. I'm gonna have a checklist on my up, so I can have it here so people can see the titles. So if they come in late, they'll kind of know. Oh, Flaw, you got a fan? Don, do you know that he does the One Piece videos on his YouTube channel? So if you get a chance, go check out his YouTube channel. If you're a One Piece fan. But a lot of the titles that I read are martial arts. Hey, hold on, wait. The Hunter. These are a lot of titles that I'm reading, and I was gonna try and bring some of them up too, like the Cultivation Chat Room, Hardcore Leveling Warrior. Yeah, I got that the mobile game based off of that, Holy Ancestor. So I just did Sword of Benevolence last week, Oops. Let's minimize this. So yeah, Don Lee, I did yeah, last week's video was I did sort of benevolence. Have you read that? No, it's a good read. Go to if you want to check it out. Go to YouTube and type in the Manga report, and then I believe it's episode 5. If you want to check out that one, or you can go back and watch all of them. Matter of fact, I got to make sure I have all of the playlist too. Actually, hold on. Let me just do this. I was gonna post the link myself. Well, it says YouTube is not responding, so oh wait, here we go. Open says me. Work for me. I'm trying. It don't want to work. So also what I do sometimes is in the videos too, I'll put a link where you can go and read them from like whatever app I'm using them on if I can, or whatever webpage I found it on, something like that. But this last video I didn't do that with. I just posted the titles. Man, this is really not working right. You know what? I know how to work around this. Minimize that. Bring up the phone. Minimize that. Go to my YouTube studio. Grab my playlist. Click the share button. Copy the clipboard. Oh, copy the clipboard. We minimize that. Bring up Twitch. Modern technology. It is, but I'm just gonna bring the playlist directly to you. So that way all you gotta do is click the link and then you can go check out the older videos. You know, drop a like if you like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and maybe leave a comment. So now I have the link. Did you get it faster than me? You know what? That is it. That's the playlist. There's another one. That's from my my dashboard channel though. But yeah, that's just the Manga report playlist. But this should be my, if I'm not mistaken, I'm clicking the link right now. That should be one of my videos, because I know that UClan code. It's really weird, but yeah, I think that's my channel, right? Yes, that's my channel link. So really weird, but yeah, I know that UClan code. When I see that, I'm like, yeah, that code looks very familiar. Like that's my channel's page, but that's actually just the link to the playlist. All right, so you know what? Yeah, I'll put some Code Vein on. I was gonna probably do some Epic 7 instead, but not. You know what? I'll play some Code Vein. I haven't played Code Vein in a while, so I'm gonna shut down the episode for the manga review here. If you're on YouTube and you want to check me on Twitch, it is at Kunitoshi Jokyu. For those of you who are already on Twitch, just stick around or refresh it in a few seconds, and I'll be up with some Code Vein on PS4. So, oh yeah, no problem. Thank you again. Thank you for stopping by. So signing off. Remember, as always, stay salty. I gotta stop the stream.